All right, so just like a few pointers before, just some things I was thinking about this matchup, right? So
Right.
obviously one of the most difficult things for your deck is the fact that I have warp removal, right? So I have the
Right.
warp removal for your Gogeta. Obviously you have a way to counter that, which with strategies, right?
Right.
So that might be a card you want to keep in Mulligan.
Right.
But I was also thinking, like, let's say you have strategies. Let's say you have like, I don't know, 1/3 of your Gogeta engine, right? Like you need 4 specific cards, right? You need Goku,
Right.
Vegeta, and then the 2 Gogetas.
Right.
If you don't have the majority of your Gogeta chain, I think keeping strategies is a little bit weird because strategies could be a dead card if you can't resolve Gogeta on turn 3, right?
Right. Right.
Another thing to keep in mind is that Black has no interaction for your Gogeta time for payback. So normally with that card, sometimes you got to worry about counterplays. Luckily, in this scenario, you will not have to worry about that, which is really
Yeah,
good.
with black decks, I don't have to worry about like not resolving my weenie fusion guys, right? Like my Veku and my Gogeta. So like I'm
Exactly.
okay with those guys, and I don't have to worry about it as much. So, like my opening hand like was pretty bad. I have like a few pieces of the Gogeta chain, which I'll probably keep, but I mainly try to mulligan for like topos and violent rays, even if my leader can get it off. Like, see, I'm going first. I'm not going to be able to get violent rays going first.
Right. Yeah, and that's good. That can also tell you some stuff to mulligan for, right? Especially because your leader can search for 1-drop extra cards. So, like, going first, I think it's also very important to mulligan for Birth of a Super Warrior, because you really do want to start with that turn 1, and if your leader can't grab it, then it's a little more important to try and mull for it. But if you also have Goku and Vegeta, then, I mean, that could also be a way to work around that.
Yeah, so... This is super random question.
Yep.
I can roll the dice first to see if I go first now and then do all my shuffling and mulligan and all that crap, right?
Yeah, so that gets done in technical official rules. That gets done before shuffling, mulligan, all that
Perfect.
stuff. Yeah,
I'm gonna get rid of this land.
Yeah, I just got a little bit lost in the explanations.
No worries. Okay, if that's like the technical roll, I roll because like knowing that I go first, now I know like exactly what I want to mull.
Cool.
Okay. It's actually a way worse hand. This is super bad. Okay, that's all right.
Let's see if we can play out of it.
Okay. I don't think this is gonna do anything because you're just gonna spam a bunch of 30Ks. I think this will probably save me like 1 attack. Actually, everything else in my hand is... This is a... I hate to... But this is just dead in my hand. I hate to charge it, but it's super dead in my hand.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and that's what I was talking about, right? So if you don't have the Gogeta chain yet, it is pretty dead. Like, if your hand was just like the perfect Gogeta chain plus strategies, then maybe it's worth to keep it.
Right.
But otherwise, it is a little bit weird. Alright, we're gonna charge this guy.
Yep.
I'm gonna use my leader skill. I'm gonna take a life. I'm gonna look at top 5. Take a look. We're gonna mill 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And then these go to the bottom. I will attack your leader.
No negates.
Draw
Actually,
1.
since I already have it,
Do your thing.
might as well. This is not going to work against any other card in your deck.
Yeah, I think you could save it for later just because you have the Unison, right? So the Unison will allow it to be 0 energy. So I think I think this damage you're okay to take. But especially too, like if your hand has weird cards to charge, you might want to get a life to see if you have a better charge, you know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair. My thought process is I feel like you're going to get like 10, 30Ks on board, and I'm going to take like 4 damage right now.
Right now? No, not turn 1. No.
Okay.
Usually like turn 3, turn 4, that's when you can expect something like that.
Okay. It's been a while since I played against Brawly.
Yeah, so turn 1, like if I had a ball here, I could get into 1 30K, but that would be it. I could on turn 1, I cannot possibly get into more than 1 30K.
Okay,
but I don't have a ball here, so I'm just gonna pass.
Okay. Okay, super weird. So I do have the Unison in hand. I don't want to charge Wolfing Fist because that's gonna help defend possibly against like one attack.
Right.
But the rest of the cards in my hand are like not amazing to charge either. It's like I have the Gogeta chain as far as up to the 5k. And then the other one's like a super combo and then a max power Kamehameha.
Yeah, max power, you can't charge that because it's black. Also, it's gonna
Right.
be, it's actually gonna be quite good in this matchup. So with
Right.
that in mind, I think you can charge the Yamcha, the
Wolfing,
Wolfing Fist. Yeah.
yeah.
Especially
that's
since you
what I'm
have the max power, like you're gonna be able to kill a 30k, which is solid.
Right. Okay, we'll swing to leader.
No counters.
Ideally against Dark Brawly, we don't want to take the life, right?
I wouldn't. No, I would just let them do the damage to you.
We whiff. That sucks. We'll just say 10.
I'll take one.
So we don't have Topo, and we don't have Violent Rays. I think it's safe to just play the Unison and just get the extra.
Yeah, I think that's totally fine. Plus, so this is the one thing too, is like on turn 2, the most I can get in terms of 30ks would be 2 on this next turn. So I can use a ball. If I get a ball, I can use this 1-drop Broly to get a Dark Broly. And then if I mill 3, if my mills are good, then I can play another Dark Broly, right? So the maximum I can get is 2. So that's something to keep in mind as well.
Okay. One. And we'll swing to leader.
No counters.
15.
Alright, we'll take one.
And I'm assuming be aggressive with Dark Broly, keep attacking their life. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, Dark Broly is one of those decks, like, they automatically win the late game. Like, when their drop area gets full, there is just no stopping. Because that is when they're going to go, like 4 Dark Brolys in one turn. That when they get to the late game.
Right.
So, yeah, you want to be aggressive, yep.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Alright, draw. Untap. Go ahead and charge this. I'm going to play this guy. I'm going to call Gogeta BR5.
Yep.
I'm going to search for a ball. Leader effect, I'm going to elect to not take a life. We're going to look at top 5. We're going to mill 1, 2. So now, it's easier to do this in person, but if you're keeping track of my drop area, my mill on turn 1 was 3. My mill on this turn was only 2.
Right.
So my ball will put this other Broly in the drop area as well. So that'd be 6, but I need 7.
Right.
I need 7 in the drop to do like a full
right,
thing.
to do full play. Right.
Right. All right. I'm going to attack your Piccolo with Meki.
No negate.
No combos. I'm going to activate ball.
Yep.
Find, what do I have in my drop area? That. Alright, so from there, I'm going to go into Realm Ravager. So you got to warp 1 card in your hand.
Okay. So, okay, that was the one of the 1-drops in your drop was off your mill, and the other one was in the battle area, right?
Correct, yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. Play up to 1, and then when you play, I warp 1 card, right?
Yep. So knowing that I Meki'd you, the Gogeta cards are more dead now, so yeah, you can make
card.
Yeah, you can make your decision based on that.
There we go. That's the one I want to work.
All right, I'm gonna attack 30k into your Unison.
No negates.
No combos. I'm going to attack your Unison.
No negates.
Draw 1. I'm going to combo 5k and go to 15.
Okay. Gone.
So it does suck that your Unison got wiped the turn that you played it, but it also did direct 3 attacks not at your life, right?
Right, exactly.
So,
that's the way I look at it.
It's
like
definitely
I'm still alive.
Yeah, it's not the worst. So I'm gonna play this guy from the drop. Warping
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He warps a guy if you have no guys to warp. I will attack your leader.
Near the gates.
30k.
Go on.
And I'll pass.
Does Meki have unique? No.
Nope, but I cannot play another
You
Meki
can't
the
play
next
him
turn.
next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That. We're gonna go ahead and swing the leader.
No counters.
Won't take life. And Wolf Fist. And we'll just say 10.
I will take 1.
All the Dark Broly's have you. Okay.
Yep, so now your goal this turn is to be as energy efficient as possible, while obviously having to play around Meki. So you gotta do something else that's not Gogeta. So that could be like, you know, you told me you have max power, so that could be max power on one of the Dark Broly's. That could be reestablishing a Unison, or keeping 2 up for Topo, or keeping 1 up for Violent Rays, depending what your hand looks like at this point now.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to keep, I also have a Wolfang Fist. I don't know how relevant that would be again, because all your guys are 30k. I can stop your leader attack, and that's it. So, and I have a Topo, so I'm thinking a max power here, plus a, plus keeping 2 energy up for Topo.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Also, one thing I want you to think about though, Wolfang Fist, while my guys are huge, my guys are 30ks, it's still a 1 card 15k combo if you think about it that way, right?
Right.
So it is still good. I want you to think about it as a little bit of a better card than I think you're kind of valuing it as. It's not the most ideal, don't get me wrong, but it could also take out Meki as well. That's another option you have too.
That's only if you attack with Meki.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, that's true. I'm hesitant to use max power here because I usually try to save it for your blocker. But let me see your drop. Black battle cards. Your drop doesn't look like you can play any of them anyway.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be dependent on what I mill next turn, really.
Right. So, but okay. Makes sense. Each of them needs 6, right?
Correct. Yep. So basically, I have to have 7 in the drop.
Right. And the main guys, the main ones are this one, and the blocker.
Yep. And then there's the new 7 drop.
New 7 drop is.
But he can't be played from the drop area. He has to evolve.
Yes, the EX evolve, right?
Yep.
We've already lost 2 of them. I'll go ahead. I'm gonna set. I want to send this one just because I'm not sure if I'll have the strategies in time if you decide to play this guy
Okay.
again.
Yeah, it's not too crazy of a decision, just because like it's very easy since I have both of them out in play anyway. I have options. I can get into both of them, so it's not too impactful. But yeah, that's yeah, at this point either one is fine.
I think I will pass turn.
All right, so 2 up. Now I'm thinking Violent Rays or Topo, for sure with 2 energy up. I'm gonna go ahead and charge one of these. I'm gonna activate Meki to search for a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Leader effect, I'm gonna look at top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Mill. All right, so I will attack your leader for 30.
Obviously I want a topo here, but now my question is, like, on turn 4 I'm at 6 life. I want to awaken at some point.
Right. So I was just thinking the same thing. So here you have two options. One, you can topo me because you'll be punishing me for not attacking with my leader.
That's true.
But the other option is you can take 1 or 2 damage and then topo me. If you think you can go another turn or 2 without awakening and be fine, then I would say topo here and punish me for not attacking with my leader. But if you think that you want to really awaken next turn, if you have like a Gogeta play plus topo or something along those lines, then you're going to want to take this damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is definitely a tough decision.
Like, I think if you had Gogeta play plus Violent Rays, you could actually just topo right now because all you need is 4 energy for all that stuff, right?
Right.
So you wouldn't need to awaken. But if you feel like you need more energy, then you should probably take some damage.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm... yeah, no negates.
No combos, 30. I'm going to attack your leader.
Let's see. Play the block. Black battle cards. Using 4 moves. No negates.
Draw 1. I'm going to do one of these. Bottom deck. And this is totally a greedy play on my part, but we're trying something out. Bottom deck that. Draw 2. I'm going to leave it at 20.
Take.
I'm going to... Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to EX Evolve.
Okay. 2 energy. Is it better to crit the life or just take everything?
So here...
So I don't...
Yeah, you don't have a battle card, so here you have to crit.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, then your opponent may choose up to 1 battle card each. Okay. Makes sense.
So I'll attack your leader with the Broly.
I think 3. Just crit. This one we will have. Fortunate.
Yeah, and I think this is good because now you're in awakening range and you've pretty much turned off my turn, right? So
Right.
I definitely don't think you're in a bad spot. Alright, I'm going to declare awaken. I'm gonna activate Heartfelt Plea.
Okay.
So I flip, I draw my 2. And then
You can draw 2 for...
Okay.
Actually, You already did it, but would it be better to take the crit?
I think taking the crit puts you in a really dangerous spot. So the other thing you have to think about is, what if I do attack here? Like, do you have defenses for that? And if I am going to attack here, you might as well just crit. Because 3 damage, triple strike to 3 life versus triple strike to 2 life is the same thing, right?
It's the same thing. That's what I'm thinking.
And I lose out on 2 draws.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna crit the life anyway.
Yep.
Thinking, can you play another guy from your drop right now?
So I have my leader effect, which I'm going to do right now. So I have my leader effect to put 3 back into my drop.
Okay.
And then I draw 1 card.
So now you can play basically like 2 of them.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play 1. So I'm going to warp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's going to only leave me with 2 in my drop area. But if I attack you at pitch for Topo, I will start to refuel my drop, right?
Right.
So this guy's effect is gonna warp one in your hand.
Right.
And then I warp a battle card out of your drop. Doesn't matter too much, but we'll warp this Goku. All right, so I am gonna attack with Plea. I'll pitch 2 cards. I'll pitch one of these and this card.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't have anything for sparking, so no counters here, right?
No counters.
So we got 30. I'll do this. Draw 2.
Yeah, that's probably game. Don't have much. Yeah, I don't know if the topo would have made a difference, or maybe if I should have just topoed right away.
Yeah, it was definitely a tricky situation. Like the Plea, luckily I was able to just like push through and keep going. I think the number one thing we have to do with the deck is figure out how you can play around Meki, because like you're not gonna get Meki'd in every single matchup, but against Dark Broly, which is a very popular deck, you're gonna get Meki'd. So we got to figure out some of the more efficient ways to do things with that.
Yeah.